Hey guys, thanks for stopping by again. My name is Beck and welcome to this episode of Popcorn. Well, Perth's having a bit of a French renaissance, and this week I spoke to the producers and director of La Chienne Francaise. So guys, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Mel, would you like to tell us a bit about the story of La Chienne Francaise?
Yeah, sure. The scene is set at a French railway station in a small rural town, 6 or 8 months after the end of the Second World War, and our leading man has been visiting relatives there. He's part of a small troop of Australian soldiers that remained in France to do some post-war work. And when the leading man gets on the train, there's a moment when it suddenly changes. He has an interaction with a rather assertive French lady, and it just changes from a serious film to a comedy, and from then on it's an over-the-top comedy right through to the end.
Oh, fantastic. I can't wait to see it. It sounds amazing. Now, being a period film, Roslyn, what kind of challenges have you had with costuming? And
huge challenge. We've got a cast of about 45.
Wow.
And a lot of them are children. So it's actually getting the costumes for children, which is proving to be the toughest. But we're getting there slowly.
Yeah, I mean, period costumes for that many people.
It's a huge task.
It is.
Yes, many op shops have been visited. Yeah.
Amazing. Great project, though, to work.
Fabulous, yeah. Props as well. We've got a lot of props that we've got to acquire for the film, but they've actually proven easier to get than the costumes.
Oh, wow. So, like French language types of props from that era?
Absolutely. Well, I've ordered things and they've been sent through from France for the film, and we've had a lot of people donate, and we've had the military shops come on board, and yeah, various places actually.
So Jordan, I've had a look at all of the sets and they're very beautiful, beautiful train carriages, but I can't help but notice how tiny they are. How are you going to fit a film crew and your actors in there?
The confinement in some of the main compartments which we're shooting is just that close. If the crew doesn't know each other by now, by the end of the production, they're going to know each other very, very well.
They'll all be related.
Yeah. But yeah, just getting the actors in the set as well is just going to be, they're going to be taken back once they're in those costumes. I don't even think they're going to know a camera's there. It's just to be in the compartment. It's just it's crazy how well it's going to look. So
your vision for the film, as Mel said, it just turns on its head at one point and becomes a comedy. So yeah, I mean, everyone's going to go, oh yeah, Jordan Prince-Wright film opens very serious, and then it kind of slowly builds up, and then it just hits this turning point, and once you hit that turning point, it just snowballs from there.
Another unusual aspect about the film is that there's more French dialogue than English.
Oh wow.
And yet, even if you don't speak a word of French, it's action driven. You'll be able to understand what it's all about just purely by the actions, and that's very unusual.
And no subtitles.
No, yes. So all my films, I want most important thing, it's got to be authentic.
Yep.
And I don't want subtitles. They've got to be able to tell. The actor's got to be able to perform. Okay.
And you guys have a Pozible campaign up and running for fundraising for the film.
We do. So it's www.pozible.com/LCF. It's all on there. The more you donate, the more rewards you get. So, and then what's our donation for 50?
Well, $50 is the borderline where you get an invite to the screening. Otherwise, unfortunately, everyone's going to have to wait about 18 months after the festival.
Anyway, thanks so much for coming on the show today.
Thanks, Rebecca.
No worries. And thanks to Mel, Ros and Jordan for speaking to me today, and also to the Railway Museum. Entries for the StyleAid Creative Award are now open for upcoming designers. Submissions end on April the 2nd, so for competition details, contact Pamela at the WA AIDS Council. If you're a fan of improvisation, then the Intro to Playback Theatre workshop is for you. It's held on April the 18th and explores emotional recall through storytelling. The Good Dog Film Festival is hitting the Northbridge Piazza on April the 3rd to celebrate all things canine, so bring a picnic and a blanket and support some local dog charities. The Interactive Development Fund from ScreenWest is offering up to $10,000 per application for interactive, multi-platform projects. Entries close on April the 7th, and all the details are on the website. The Icebreaker is a superhero with a difference. I've got the producer and director on hand to tell me a bit about this new short film. Join me in welcoming Taylor, Ashley and Ben from The Icebreaker. Thanks for coming on the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
No problems.
No worries. So, Taylor, tell us about The Icebreaker. What's it about?
The Icebreaker is about a superhero who can break the ice in any social situation. All he does is go around and pick up women and all that jazz. He's pretty much a horrible human being. But it's a story of redemption with him and his sidekick, Wingman.
So, he's not actually a superhero, he just thinks he is?
I personally believe he's a sociopath. In a costume.
Awesome. Ashley, what do you think about it?
Yeah, he definitely has some talents, which I'm not sure are super, but are impressive. I will give him that.
So he's a superhero in, like, just in his friendship circle or in his own mind?
Oh no, he's actually a superhero just to everyone in the world somehow from being able to talk to women.
And he has a superhero outfit?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Him and his sidekick go around and they're just fully dressed up all the time.
And they are loved. They do have a huge fan base, so he's definitely got that going for him.
Fantastic. Now, I've been asked to ask you about the goat story.
Oh no. Okay, so the story of the goats is I'd never worked with Ben over here before. He's the producer, and so I was trying to figure out how to test him as his abilities as a producer. He'd seen the first 3 scripts, and I was up to the next one to rewrite, and I was just like, oh, I won't show it to him, and I'll just ask him for something completely off the board and see what he'll do.
Yep.
So I sent Ben a message just being like, hey, Ben, can you find me goats? And he was like, I can do it. And an hour later, he sends me back a message with, hey, I found 7 goats.
Oh my gosh.
And then the next morning, he's like, I found 11 goats. And I'm sitting there with the script being like, there's no goats in this. I need to write a goat.
Where does this goat thing end?
And now the goat is one of the central characters.
So you have one goat now.
One goat.
Crowdfunding was used to mainly fund this film.
Yes, it was.
So was that really easy?
Yeah, really easy. No, it was pretty challenging. We did launch the campaign just after Christmas. So we kind of had like the initial burst like you get with a crowdsourced campaign, then it just fell really flat. So we kind of went back to the drawing boards and we shot a promo and that kind of got more interest going in it and we got some press.
I've noticed you guys are really active on social media with the campaign. How much has that helped get interest in the film itself?
Yeah, that's pretty much been the key, is having like a really strong social media presence and keeping it updated and not just, I know a lot of other pages, they push it really hard when they campaign and then just silence. You hear nothing more. So we keep updating people with cast and costume updates.
And your crew. I've noticed you're championing all of your crew members.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, that was the most important thing to us when we were coming into this. We were
Yeah.
absolutely like, everyone involved has to be like paid and has to be shown. Like they're all important people and they're all worth showing off. They're so talented.
Great. And filming starts in a month's time or thereabouts?
Almost exactly a month.
Fantastic. And I hear you're looking for extras.
Oh yeah, we're looking for heaps of extras.
Yep.
For a big party scene, we need at least 30 there for it, for it to really have the right feel to it.
So you want a really dense party scene, so you've actually got...
We want to make it
Yes.
look like the Icebreaker is the most popular person on the planet. So as long as we're not having it roll into the streets, I'm happy.
All right, guys, all I'm seeing is upside here. So thanks so much for coming on the show. And we can't wait to see the finished product, so
Thank you.
no worries. And we'll get you some extras. Now, tell everyone back at home how to apply as an extra.
Okay, so probably the best way is to jump onto our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/The Icebreaker. That's definitely the best way to get in contact with us.
And we'd love to see you.
And thanks to the guys from The Icebreaker for dropping by the popcorn set. On Saturday the 4th of April, the Marlou Theatre is holding auditions for the Basin Street Blues, set in 1917 New Orleans. Actors, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, a paid gig. Let that sink in for a moment. Echelon Productions is auditioning 4 actors to be part of their book tour. You'll be performing in schools all over Perth for 1 month, so get in fast and book your audition. Calling all burlesque dancers, the Carousel Dance Company is auditioning for the Dripping Chienne, a dark, colourful tale exploring morality and voyeurism. Auditions are on April the 12th. Hey guys, thanks for dropping by and watching this week's episode of Popcorn. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and tell your friends, that's very important. And I'll see you here next week. icebreaker is a film, and I happen to have some film people with me. Hello.
Yep, that is perfect. I hope Jeff uses that one.
Is that filming?
And
Oh.